Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well, orderly and firmly through the Spirit. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will we may be a part of that number. This is your brother REF from the GMS Orlando camp, and it's a quick in-transit. Lord's will is to be edifying and exhorting through the Spirit, dealing with some that we were briefly touching upon last night at camp. That resonated with me going into how, the whole world is in complete and utter darkness, and there's only a small bit of light in the world, light from YAHAWASHI, coming in the form of us, in the form of the body, YAHAWADAH, aware of that number. And it's a very precious thing. It's something that we really need to be constantly reminded, constant remembrance to not take for granted, because hey, this is everything. This is all that we have. This is all that there is. And the Lord could easily take us out, easily push us out of the way, and we've seen it. We've seen it. And it's a scary thing. It's a sorrowful thing. It's a very fearful thing. Being especially for us men, being a prophet, having this lot of prophethood, of being a man of the Lord, you come to understand that this duty that we have is it's more important than anything. It's like you start to learn that, hey, this world and all that it has to offer is really meaningless before the duty that YAHAWASHI bestowed upon us. All the things that you wanted to do growing up, all the stuff, the goals and aspirations that you had, those vain dreams in the world, meaningless. And you had to let it go. You had to learn to surrender to YAHAWASHI's will rather than trying to establish your own. Because 9 times out of 10, the path that we had set out for ourselves was going to lead to our self-destructions. It's going to lead to death. It's going to lead to corruption. Right? That's the biggest thing is corruption. This world is corrupted. And the Lord has given us incorruption. We're on the path to incorruption. And we read the scripture in 2nd Ezra, I believe, chapter 7, going into the day of doom. And how that day of doom is going to be a purification for the world and the inhabitants thereof. Where the Lord, through judgment, is going to cleanse the nation of Israel, first and foremost. Right? And it says, incorruption, intemperancy, wickedness, evil is at an end. That's beginning with us right now. We're already going through the stages of purification by putting off the old man, being renewed, transformed by the renewing of our minds, right? So on and so forth. We're already being put through that fiery trial, the spiritual fire of adversities, afflictions, trials, and tribulations. And it's something that we had to learn to accept. We had to accept. Like the Apostle Tahar stated, you have to learn to love to suffer. And it sounds crazy, but you really do learn to love to suffer, because you know that the Lord is dealing with you as he would a son that he loves. Because the rest of the world is a bunch of bastards. No father. Another fatherless child, like they say. Like Jake be saying in the world. And it's funny, but it's really not funny. It's sad. It's dark. They're gone. They're in darkness. They're through. And it's like you look at them and it's like that shit could have been me. It was me at some point in time in the past, but now the Lord has called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. You really got to cherish that. Okay, so what? I'm not a famous rapper making millions. So I'm not an athlete with all types of white women on my jock strap or whatever. So what? I'm not, a scientist mixing all types of chemicals together, making all kinds of money, putting out these studies, which is all BS. Esau, them scientists, them physicians of no value, them politicians, okay, all making all this money, living lavish, guiding the people to destruction. Man, we don't need none of that. We don't give a shit about none of that, because what we have is a far greater treasure than the wealth of this world and the riches of this world, which shall pass away, which will be burnt up. What we have is much more precious, and the Lord has given it to us personally. That's something to really, be thankful for. And it's hard. It's a hard thing. It's a hard pill to swallow. Dealing with the fact that, yeah, man, these guys, they get away with everything. You can't do shit. That's the Lord holding you to a higher standard. I was thinking about that. How I remember when I was younger. I was in middle school. I think I had this coach in middle school. He was hard on my ass, man. He would not. I couldn't get away with shit. He would have us do the horse stance. He would have us do, running drills. And he would put more on me, specifically. He would have me do more than everyone else. Have me stand in the horse stance longer than everyone else. I'd be like, man, why you always picking on me, man? Why you let them do whatever, but I can't do anything. I can't do shit. I can't get away with nothing. He's like, because I don't care. He told me straight up. And when you're a child, you don't get it. You don't get it at the time. I didn't get it at the time. But I was like, wow, I'm really that important to you. But I didn't really understand it. He said straight up, hey, because I don't care about them, man. I'm worried about you. I'm concerned with you. All right, I know you better. I know you got potential. I'm worried about you. I'm not worried about them. They ain't really shit. He told me straight up, like, I'm not worried about them. They ain't nothing. I'm worried about you. Right? And that's on a carnal level. That's dealing with athleticism. Right? He saw, what? Because Jake, he got it like that. He built like that, right? I'm just, hey, Jake is a salt. So he saw potential. He saw, what, a D1 athlete or a college athlete, whatever. He saw something in me. And that's on a carnal level. But through the Spirit, it's much deeper than that. The Lord sees that potential in us. He saw, this my son, this who I'm dealing with. I'm not worried about the rest of the world. And he took you out of your family. He's like, I'm not worried about your siblings. I'm not worried about your parents, your cousins, aunties, uncles, whoever. I'm worried about you. I took you out of a city. I'm not worried about no one else but you. I'm holding you to a different standard. I want you. I don't want nobody else. that's from YAHAWASHI. That's something to really cherish and something to really be thankful for. That the Lord sees something in us. He saw in us what we couldn't see in ourselves. You know? And He's nurturing that. He's building that up. Strengthening us in our spirit and making us perfect. Making us incorruptible every single day. We're one day closer, like the brother you always say. We're one day closer in terms of prophecy coming to pass, America being destroyed. We're one day closer in terms of us being perfected, us progressing and improving, becoming stronger minded, stronger, in the spirit, leading up to that perfection. One day closer every single day, and it's something to really be thankful for, man. YAHAWASHI every day, that the Lord He really see us in a way that the world don't see us, in a way that you don't even see yourself at times. It's really the YAHAWASHI for real. It was like a little spiritual rant, just something I was thinking about. I prayed this was edifying. I'm reaching my destination. Double honors to the apostles and others, great millstone. Call all you YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Shalom to the elect.